Please subscribe to the Eyes of Owen.
Owen, I love you too much. Huh? I love you long time. You will forget me.
Now then, where are we? Finally, after 5 years, decided to treat myself. For 5 years, I've been using this Samsung S7 for doing a little bit of filming. It's been okay, but the screen now is starting to fade and pixelate and break up. So I decided to treat myself to a new mobile phone. What is it? Well, it's not the top of the range, it's the next one down. It's the Samsung S20 Plus. Look at that. Bigger screen, better camera front and rear. It's even got 8K. Probably would never ever use that, but the quality, I've just had a bit of a trial in my garden. Just the stabilisation and the vibrancy and colour of the photographs and the video is absolutely fantastic. So what I'm going to do now, I've got to go into town, buy a protective case and one of the screens that you put on the front. I also need a little adapter which goes in there for my microphone, because they've changed the connector. It's not a pin anymore, it's like, I think it's USB-C, something like that, small. So I've got to get that. There's always something, isn't there? They're always thinking of ways of making money out of you. But I'm going to wander around town. I'm going to try and film a little bit of footage with this, see the quality of the video. So this will be ideal for when I'm back in Thailand, just in the evening walking around, or during the day if I see something, get my camera out, get a bit of footage, and I have to take my GoPro or my Canon G7X, which I'm filming on now. Hopefully this will be alright. It's even got Netflix on. Anyway, enough of that waffling. Time to get my jacket on, it's raining outside. Head to town, spend some more money on accessories for this. What more can you do? What more can you do? Over and out. Right, as you can see, I'm filming on my Samsung S20 Plus. It's raining, so I don't want to get it wet, and I can't really test it out that much at the moment. Right, I'm just going to sit and have a bit of a relax in my old shed. It's a stressful day. How are you doing in here?
Oh, moved in, I'm chucked out of Thailand.
I thought I heard something the other day. How long have you been in here?
3 weeks.
Would you recommend living in somewhere like this in Pattaya if you was going to move to Thailand?
No.
Right, I'm just going to take a cup of tea for Daz, see how he's getting on. Yeah, Daz, I got your cup of tea. Bloody hell, where's Daz at?
Well, I'm renting this now off Daz.
Well, he's never told me not about that. How much you paying?
25 quid.
What, a week?
No, well, that's it. 25 quid all in.
He might as have his tea then. He disappeared yesterday at the airport. I drove all the way to the airport on 3 train systems and he wasn't even there. But he made his own way to the hotel, but he's here.
Really good.
Windy, your friend take picture.
Now then, where are we? I am in my little man cave and I've just been knocking a load of nails in around the back of my shed, annoying the neighbours, which I like to do. Just can't help myself. So I've come in here now, just have a quick 5 minutes, because I was thinking when I was knocking all them nails in, so like myself, and like a lot of you lot, it's going to be 2 years since we last visited Thailand. So 2 years is a long time, and in that 2 years, you're 2 years older, you're 2 years slower, 2 years fatter, maybe 2 years less handsome, 2 years more out of touch, 2 years less virile, 2 years less interested in it all, 2 years less confident, and perhaps 2 years less ruthless. Is there anything else that I've missed that could be on that list after 2 years away from the old land of smiles? Anyway, I'm going to go in now, have a shower. I'm going to watch the final 4 episodes of the last season of The Sopranos with my daughter. Tonight is Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier, and tomorrow it's the big one, final, England and Italy. So there's a little bit of good sport to look forward to on the TV. Filming this on my new Samsung S20. I'm pretty confident with this camera that I can get some decent images. You can manipulate the exposure, allowing you to get finer and better detail when it's dark. So that should be good at night time, in the evening, in the street scenes around the various places I'm going to travel to in Thailand. But that, as we all know, is a million miles away at this moment in time. It's just been on the news. Thailand is going into a 2-week lockdown. We, in England, are coming out of it. Everything is opening up next week, apparently. So stop going on, Owen. Owen, you're going on again too much. Get in there, get a shower, and get that television watched.
Thank you, Gary. Good evening, everyone. It was...
I'm filming this on my brand new, see that train then, Samsung S20 Plus, not the Ultra, the Plus. And I'm going to go into town and make a little video just using this camera and see what video clips and photographs I can get and see what it's like. Right, I've got a few jobs today. Take the remaining flags up to about here. I also want to paint the rest of this garage grey at the side. Cut the hedge at the back and the corner, and have another bonfire, the final bonfire of the year. So I'm going to set that up now, get that going. Love that smell. I'm going to sit in my man cave, have a cup of tea and have a chat with my friend in Bangkok, สวัสดีครับพ่อแม่กินกับคุณ
No. Along. Okay, welcome. Come on.
Same whiskey, huh? Whiskey?
No whiskey. No.
No.
No whiskey. Lemon and amber.
มะนาวนะ
Yes.
มะนาว and หวานดื่มหวาน
Yes.
หวานอ๋อ
No mouth. No mouth.
Right, I finished chatting with my friend. The internet's a bit slow out here. At her end, not mine. It's good here. So what I'm going to do now, I'll swap round. I'll show you. Got my fire going. It took me a while to get it going, to be honest, because it was a little bit damp in the bottom. I didn't put enough kindling in. I was being a bit lazy. But I got it going. Now I'm going to cut this hedge and hopefully can burn that today. So I've got my ladders and my cutter set up. I'll put my camera and do a hyperlapse. I'm using my Samsung S20. Well impressed with it. It's very good. Cut the head, burning, smoke in my throat. Cut the hedge, burning all the rubbish. It's got a little bit of timber to get rid of. This hedge up here, you can see, these just moved in at the back. I'm going to see, I've not spoken to them yet, if I can cut it down about here. Cut it all off, because it's getting too high to cut, too much hard work. Like the hedge in the middle, that was as high, but when the new neighbours moved in, took off about 2 to 3 foot, so it's a lot easier now. So I'll see if I can do it, that area there, when I can speak to them. I've never seen them. They've been in for about, I don't know, 2 months. Because you remember, you used to have that dog, didn't you? The neighbours before, that little yakking dog. It's gone. So I'm just going to tidy up now. Tidy all this up around here. Burn all that. Happy with this camera, it's good quality. Very good. Test it out tomorrow, going up in the lakes with Nigel. Take my lapel mic and just use this. I won't take any other cameras, just this. I don't think I'm going to get that painted today, or the drives. Took me a little bit longer than expected today. Plus I've been chatting to Owen for 45 minutes. Right, let's crack on. I've had some cracking strawberries this year. Fresh from the garden. I haven't even washed them. So I've got on top of my garden now. But what I need more than anything is a bit of advice to put some substantial, colourful plants in. Some of the plants that I've got, they're all spindly and leggy and they don't seem to do anything. They look untidy. So I want some plants with maybe big leaves and a little bit of colour, things that are going to last. What a beautiful day. Now then, I'm just going to water my plants before I set off to the lakes, and I'd just like to tell you about a YouTube video I watched when I was having my breakfast from the tiger, and he was telling a story about, I think it was a German lady who had booked for the Phuket sandbox and flown over to Phuket. She had one day out on the island, and when she got back to the hotel she was told that she had to move hotels because somebody, a gentleman on the aeroplane, the same flight as her, had tested positive for COVID. So she had to move out of the hotel, but at a cost to her. And now she told the Tiger that it was triple the price. Even though she would be getting a refund on the original hotel she booked, she still would have to pay more for accommodation, and she'd also have to isolate for 14 days. She also told how the receptionist in the hotel was very, very helpful, but she had to find the new hotel on her own and make her way there on her own. She got no help from any Thai authorities and no help from her own embassy. So, what is the point of travelling to Thailand or any country and putting yourself in a situation like that? No point whatsoever. If you arrive in Thailand and you take the test and it comes up positive, how do you know it is 100% accurate? You can't argue it, you can't contest it, you just got to take their word for it. Yet when you left your country, it could be in the UK, it could be America, Germany, wherever, you took your test and you was negative within 72 hours. So can you become positive on an aeroplane journey? Land in Thailand or any other country and be told that you are now positive. It is more beneficial if you were positive, isn't it, to them? They're going to make more money out of you. So, why risk it? Why bother? So for me, I will be staying in England until it clears up, if it ever does. Whether it takes another 6 months or a year, I'm not willing to take the chance of falling foul to some money-making, corrupt official, or having all my holiday plans spoiled and have to make different arrangements at cost to me because somebody on my aeroplane has turned positive.
But what they're against is the money that he's on for what, an hour's work, and he's always, you're not going to, but you should be able to turn around and say, look, I don't need this much. How much money do I want? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right, we're setting off now to Red Tarn. It's about 4 miles away. So what do you reckon?
Well, as you've explained, it's a different type of a walk. It's not that steep.
As the last one, yeah.
Yeah, steps, like every step you take, you've got to watch your footstep. I hated that.
So
it seems to be more of
a smoother path.
Yeah.
Nice day. Come on.
That's it.
We just walked along the roadway and now we've reached the trail where it starts getting a little bit more serious. It's been enjoyable so far. Nice, cool, refreshing breeze. So far, so good. So you're looking forward to the ascent to the top? Yeah. Yes, definitely. Hello. Nice to jump into that pool, maybe on the way down. So there is the windy path to the top. You see the guy at the top with the red shirt? You can do it. It's not as hard as the other one, this. As you can see along that path there, an old guy took his photograph. And he wasn't filming at the time, but this is what it looked like. It's coming now. Alright, pal. Did alright there, but did better than the last journey. Although towards the end he was struggling a bit, but he's done it. So what do you reckon?
Yeah, enjoyed it.
Seriously, compared to the last one, was it easier, harder?
Perhaps easier, but
Yeah.
did you know at all?
Yeah. What a view that is.
Why you won't make me do?